Get you a Russell. Get you a Russell. You know, yada, 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 boom, 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 blah, 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 blah. Now, I know there's a whole bunch of contextual reasons as to why you're saying get you a Russell Wilson. The way Russell treats her, the good guy, etc., etc. And Ciara's past is a little questionable with her dating situations. Futures, Bow Wows, 50 Cents. So I get why that is said. However, what gets lost in the conversation is that Russell got him a Ciara. And I think guys need to normalize talking about that too. So just like women can say, hey, get you a Russell, guys need to be like, go get you a Ciara. Now, hold on now. Now, I'm just giving you a tease about what I'm talking about later. I'm not going to give you the whole thing. But get you a Ciara. People get lost in, like, that part gets lost. Ciara is a rich, successful, beautiful woman. All right? Rich, successful, beautiful woman. Russell got with someone he deemed to be his equal. And so, without giving you too much of what we're talking about, or what I'm going to talk about later, it is, those factors are important. It is important for both parties to feel like they won. The reason Russell felt like he won is because he was able to yoke himself with someone that was also successful, also at the peak of their craft, also beautiful. You see what I'm saying? And so for all those people screaming, I want a Russell, cool. But are you a Ciara? I want y'all to internalize what I just said. For all those people that saying, I want a Russell, are you a Ciara? And then for the fellas, it's like, I want a Ciara, are you a Russell? And if you do not, if you miss that point, I need y'all to really connect on that point. You got to connect on that point. If you're not connecting on that point, you're going to miss it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to miss it. Our options open, the better people we become. There is no way to get around that. I know people like, but what's on the inside matters. Yes, but there are really great on the inside broke people. You know what I mean? There's very good on the inside people who, to you may deem to be unattractive. So we are looking for people that are good on the inside, but also has those qualifications to match ours in life. And isn't that why finding people becomes kind of difficult? And somebody said, these fellas are not Russell. Let's be honest. I'm only going to take a couple more because I got to get to the gym. And I'm going to cover this topic in larger detail later. That's false. It's false. Ladies, I love you guys, but I'm not going to allow you to believe that there is no Russells left. That most men aren't Russell. No. Most women aren't Ciara. Ask yourself, how many people do you walk around on a daily basis that look like Ciara? That has the talent Ciara has? That has the money Ciara has? That has the fame Ciara has? How? How many? So when you say there's not many Russells, there's not many Ciaras. Right? Doesn't it work both ways? Like, it does, right? So when there is this constant chastisement of men not being Russells, there is a mirror that needs to be looked and say, how many of you guys are Ciaras? Like, the thing about women is you want to be loved for who you are, right? You want to be loved for who you are. But to me, it's sort of hypocritical because you don't fully just love men for who they are. You know, a man has to also have usefulness. He has to also have stability. He probably also has to have some type of success in some type of ambition. It's multiple factors. So when you're saying, okay, but there's not a lot of Russells, it's because you hold men to a higher standard than you probably hold yourself as a woman or other women. You see what I'm saying? Because to me, I can be like, I'm a man. I know there's not many Ciaras. That's why Russell scooped her up. And that's why Russell treats her so nice. Because he don't want to lose a good thing. There's not too many of her. And so the key part that nobody want to talk about is, and this is the point I want everybody to internalize, the part that people don't want to talk about is people that are rarer. Is that a word? People that are rarer get treated better. And I know life shouldn't be like that. I know it shouldn't be. I have a personal problem with that. I think you will have a personal problem with that. But I'm not here to speak what we would like the world to be. I'm here to speak what the world is. People that are rarer or more valuable normally are treated better. Just the way it is. If you're more valuable, you have more money, you're treated better when you get on a plane. You're in first class. They come in and making sure you got cookies and wine. Okay? You stay at the Ritz-Carlton, and they take you back to the room and make sure you got all the things you need. But when you don't got as much money, you at the Motel 8, they not walking you to the door. You carry your own bags. It just is what it is. People who are more valuable get treated better. People who people who have, that's the only analogy, because I'm not going to talk about it. I'm talking about this later, but people who have those, like those rare qualities, are treated better. It just is what it is. You can argue it if you want to. You can tell me how messed up that is. Hey, why do you think this way? That's not what I personally want. I think people who are good on the inside should be, those are the only things that matter. If you're good on the inside, then people should treat you better. But that's not how the world works. You and I both know that. So when we get into these conversations about how Russell is treating Ciara, nobody talks about how Russell treated that white girl he was with when he first came into the league. And I ain't trying to throw shade on him. I don't know how he treated her. We don't know. But my point is, the better person you tend to get with, the irreplaceable factor that they bring inspires and motivates people to treat them better, because you know you have to. If you don't, you'll lose them. People that get with people that they feel is average and easily replaceable, they tend to not treat them as well, because the fear of losing that person isn't as high. And again, we can talk about this 1,000 different ways. You can tell me, Ace, that's fucked up, and I agree with you. But that's the truth. The truth is, when someone doesn't feel your value and they feel like that they can replace you easily, the motivation to treat you really, really well is lowered. It's lowered. It just is. So my advice to people is this, and I want y'all to really take this. My advice to people is, somebody said he treats Ciara like a queen, because she is one. He treats Ciara like a queen because she is one. She's beautiful, feminine, rich, famous, and she's probably a good person. She is a queen. He doesn't have to pretend she's one. He doesn't have to say she's a queen just to sound Afrocentric. Queen, queen, queen. He doesn't have to speak her queenship into existence. She already is one. He is treating her according to what she already is. And that is the point that I think gets lost in this conversation. Like, brothers want to be treated like kings, then you have to be one. If you want to be treated like a Russell Wilson, become one. Become one. And it's easier for people to treat you like you already is. But some people don't have, some people are not kings. They're not even princes. They're not jacks. They're common people. And they want to be treated like kings. And so now everybody you come in contact with has to use their imagination to be like, oh, he's a king. Instead of realizing it because of what you bring, how you carry yourself, the accolades, the success you have. Russell doesn't have to pretend Ciara is a queen. He doesn't, because she already is. It is easier to treat somebody like a queen when they is one, and not in the metaphorical sense. Like listen, all y'all queens, right? Metaphorically, physically, Ciara is one. Like it just, and again, for those people, this conversation goes both ways, but for those people that are get upset when I say that, well, what makes her a queen? I mean, not success. Success, stature, fame, beauty, femininity, reputation, respect. Those things are earned. Like, I'm sorry, just being born, you just earn those things. Just like a man, I'd say the same thing to a man. There's men out there that be like, I mean, what makes Russell better than me? Money, success, physique. You know, I mean, do you want me to continue to go? He's mild-mannered, well-spoken. He's respected by people you respect. The husbands you look up to him as a sports idol. He different. He on a different level. I mean, it's just, y'all, it just is what it is. So, long story short, man, I do understand why people have a problem with what I'm saying. And I have a problem with saying it as well. But we have to be realistic about these situations. The more irreplaceable you become anywhere, this is in your job, this is in your life, this is to your family, this is to your friends, this is in your relationships. The more irreplaceable you become, you will find people treat you better. There's no way around that. And if you're getting upset at this message, you're not getting upset at me. You're getting upset at your lack of irreplaceability. That has nothing to do with me. You got two choices. You can up your skills and your qualifications and what you have to become more irreplaceable. And like I said, this is outside of just relationships. Some of you guys feel like you're getting mistreated at your jobs because you are. Because you're replaceable. The person at the job that's not replaceable, they get treated a lot better than you. Because they know that they can't find another her that fast or another him that fast. Same thing in life. A lot of you guys you're getting overlooked. Nobody's picking you. Add to your skill set and to your value, and you'll see that your opportunities increase. But there is a disconnect between men and women about what they think they are worth and what they are actually worth. See, here's the thing. Your self-confidence, I want you to always think, that you the shit. Always think that. Always think you a 10. Always think you up here. Because that's good for your self-confidence. But not everybody lives by your projection. Here you are projecting that, oh, I'm this. I'm a queen. I'm a king. You're projecting that in your mind for your self-confidence. And I rock with that. You need to do that. But people don't live in your projections of who you think you are. They live in their assessment of what they think you are and who they think you are and what they see with their eyes. So you can be like, oh, I'm a king. I'm a high value man. But nobody else feels that way. Now, I'm not going to tell you to not feel like you're high value. Feel like you high value if you want to. But that don't mean just because you feel that way that everybody else going to look and be like, oh yeah, him? Yeah, he, no, No, that's just not how life works. So I want to encourage everybody today to think about those things we talked about. Think about how the law of attraction works. Think about how people who are more valuable and irreplaceable get preferential treatment, deservingly so. I'm not going to even bicker that. If you are more irreplaceable, you're going to get treated better as a person. Again, I didn't make these rules up. It's just how the world works. So everybody has those qualities inside ourselves. We have those qualities to become valuable. We have a special skill that we can tap in, a special talent that we can tap in, a genius level characteristic or, talent or something like that, or genius inside us. We just have to find it and tap into what makes us special. Highlight what makes us special, what makes us different. This is how you stand out. What makes you different? What makes you different than everybody else? And highlight that, because that difference may be what people be like, this is why she is irreplaceable, because of what that difference is. Or they might look and be like, that's why he's irreplaceable, because I can't find somebody that can do or make me feel this certain type of way like he does. Let me say this. If somebody said, isn't that kind of superficial? No. Let me say this. If you keep wanting to be average, don't be mad when you get average results. If you want to continue to be average, don't get mad when you get average results. You keep telling me how the world, like, what we already know is super, like, you're trying to say superficial as if those things I talked about don't matter. Being irreplaceable, being more irreplaceable than another person, and another person choosing me because I'm more rare, or I have more talent, or that I'm more valuable, makes them superficial. How does that make them superficial? That makes them a human being with sound and reasoning. Person A has more skills, more valuable, more knowledge, brings more to this relationship than person B. Me picking person A doesn't make me superficial. It would be unintelligent to pick person B. It'd be unintelligent. That's unintelligent. And then what you're going to do is, but what if person B, you're going to put so many disqualifiers, so many exceptions to the rules, so that the exception to the rule becomes the rule. Listen, do what you want to do. I encourage you to become irreplaceable to people. And that takes work. And this is why you argue it. Because it takes work. You know it takes work. I know it takes work. You argue it because we know that most people don't want to work. You don't want to work. You don't want to increase your skill set. You do not want to really get in shape. You do not want to be groomed well all the time. You do not want to highlight your femininity. Brothers, you do not want to embrace your masculinity. You do not want to do those things to become high value partners to the opposite sex. So what you want to do is down talk what I talk about because you don't want to do the work. You want to guilt trip everybody else for being sensible human beings. Sensible human beings is, if I know I'm the shit, I'm going to find somebody else that's the shit. Russell Wilson didn't pick an average woman. He didn't. That's what's missing in this conversation. He didn't pick an average woman. He picked a woman that was as famous, as successful in her sector, that was financially secure, that is, to me, really feminine. She's a feminine woman. He picked that. This is what he picked. He didn't go pick Sally Joe from down the street. That's, no offense, that's overweight, that is to most people not attractive, that isn't at the peak of her profession. He didn't pick that woman. He picked the woman that was attractive. The peak attractiveness. Like, every guy look at Ciara and be like, oh, she bad. Like, everybody. This is a consensus here, okay? I can talk to a lot of fellas. It's consensus. Everybody knows she as R&B artist over the last 20 years, she's one of the peak of her professions. Everybody can say that. So my point is, become what you want to attract. No. Not even that. Become the results you want. Let's do that. Become the results you want. All right? Become the results you want. If you want above average results, become above average. And so this is outside of the relationship sphere. This is with life. If you want extraordinary results, you have to be extraordinary. If you want a life most people can't live, then you have to be like most people are not. This is how it works. This is how it works. It's just how it works. I'm going to say this, and damn, I wanted to save all this stuff for the podcast, but I'm going to try to just download this video, extract the audio, and we're going to make it happen. Let me say this. Before I lose my thought. What was I about to say? Damn, it was a good one too. Oh, okay. I kind of got what I'm about to say. When you become the results you want, all right, you will find things will open up for you. And this is inarguable. But really, you have two choices. You can get mad at the message, or you can get mad at the reason you are mad. The reason most of us will be mad when we hear a message like this is because secretly we probably feel we're not extraordinary. We're not an anomaly. We are not gifted. We are not really talented. We false inflate ourselves for our self-esteem, but secretly, you don't really believe you're a catch like that. Secretly, you feel like, damn, maybe I won't get nobody because I'm not special. So what happens is you have this bravado that's like, oh, I'm this shit. I'm this caliber person and this, that, and other. I deserve this, that, and other. But really, you don't feel that way. And that's the core thing we need to talk about. There's this, you have a false sense of inflatement. The reason you have this false sense of inflatement is a defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. We have all done it. I've done it. Men, women, everybody does it. In order for you to not face the reality of the changes you really need to make in your life and improvements, you're going to say, nah, I look good the way I am. I love myself. I embrace myself. And you say it with so much conviction that people believe it. Your friends and your family believe it. And sometimes you start to believe it. But you know you got work to do. You know you got improvements to make. And the thing that gets to me is people feel like just because you realize you got improvements to make that you don't love yourself. Boo. You can embrace who you are and still be like, I need to lose some weight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. As soon as I get on here talking about losing weight, I need to lose weight. I'm about to lose weight right now. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm at the gym parking lot. But you can still love yourself and think you are the shit and still be like, shit, I need to drop 30 pounds. All I'm saying is, have your reality match your ego. That's it. Have your reality match your ego. That's it. And this is why you are upset. You're not upset at me. You're upset because really, and I'm going to just be honest with you, you're mad at the reason you're mad. But it's easier to blame it on me or this message than it is to face the truth The truth is, you don't really believe you are as special as you think you are. You don't. You don't, listen, you don't think for real, that you deserve a high value man. You say you do with your bravado and your ego, but you don't. You secretly have doubts about it. This is why you get mad when I talk about this. This is why you say they should just accept people for who they are and who they are on the inside. Because you really deep down know that you really ain't as popping as your ego says you are. So I'm going to give you some Uncle Ace advice. Uncle Ace advice is match your reality with your ego. And this is going to take work. It's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. But when you do these things, you will see these changes. All right? Point blank. I love you guys, man. Let me get my ass in the gym. I wasn't even supposed to talk about all this. I'll do it later. I might just upload this as the podcast, put this on YouTube, have this be its own piece of content. Yeah, let me go work. Did y'all see my tan though? You see the tan, right? Y'all see that? Right? I look like Stedman, you know what I'm saying, from the islands. I love you guys, man. Talk to you later. Peace.